All right. Good morning, everyone.
Good
And
morning.
my name is Oliver Luhman, and I represent our project called KX1 in this event. Um, so the name KX1, it's a long story short, but when Finland was thinking of new fighter jets, the project was called HX, and we came up with KX because binoculars in Finnish is kiikari, so we wanted to replace binoculars with something. So we created this KX1, and we can go to next slide, please. So why was this project established? We wanted to engage young persons to voluntary search and rescue operations, and at the same time, there was there is problem that our villages and rural areas don't have much equipment when it comes to preparedness. And by having young persons involved, we thought that interested to join the search and rescue operations if we have drones instead of walking in the woods. And of course, when we thought of engaging young persons, we also thought that we can have, of course, our search and rescue ground troops, which can search by walking in the forests, and then we also, from the very beginning, thought that we want to include drones, mainly because, well, we started this in 2021 and not much longer from 2021, and the Russia started this latest part of the Ukrainian war. But yes, also due to the lack of aerial performance in our part of Finland, so we built comprehensive security as mentioned. And we can go to the next slide, please. So this is quite reservist-based operations. So we have basically all our active members are also active reservists. And when we were thinking of how we can fund ourselves, we were looking for different associations supporting national defense. And also, when we were thinking the use cases for the drones, we thought that, hey, if we can help energy companies in case of long extended blackouts, maybe they might also fund our project. And so happened. So during the first part of our project in 2021 to 2023, we got our funding, equipment, and some first personnel. And in the same time, we established our readiness group, UAS 403, a bit later from that in the coming. And also, during the first years, we already provided search and rescue services with drones for different authorities. And yes, we can go to the next slide. And by having great start, everyone was really interested that we can, by very cost-effective means, we can provide search and rescue operations with drones. For example, our local police departments have only few drones which they can use, and it's a really spread out area to which those couple drones are being used. So when we came and shared that we have this kind of equipment, they were really interested, and words began to spread that, hey, there's a group of people in southeast Finland doing these kind of things. And our connections, they're all reservists and other associations supporting defense, national defense. And but one major thing that has affected our growth is the fact that we don't only do for authorities, we also do for the public villages, we also do for the electric companies. And that's the comprehensive security idea. And the idea has really worked its way through our project, and everyone seems to be quite pleased that we not only focus on the reservist training and military-ish, but we also have the civil associations included. And we can go to next slide. So in the first part, the funding was targeted to getting a command center vehicle. I finished my work class drone, communication system, radios, UHF, VHF radios, for example. And also we trained ourselves. We basically have every license you can have to operate drone with all authorities you just can. And yeah, we can go to the next slide. And what we achieved during the KX1, we had quite many exercises with different authorities, as listed: Finnish Air Rescue Society, the Voluntary Search and Rescue, Finnish Police, and Finnish Defense Forces. And once again, we come to the comprehensive security term, that because we operate with so many different entities during peacetime, when should, or hopefully won't, but should the times go a bit darker, we already know how to operate with different authorities and different entities. We get to know the policemen and women working, and we can learn the ways they want us to operate. So there's good benefit. We get to train already, and we also, during darker times, we know how to operate with the authorities. And we can go to next slide. As of course kept growing, and the communicate and connections grew even larger, and our network was increasing all the time. We launched KX2, and ever since then, our project has just gone larger and larger. We got more funding from different associations, and the funding has been used to get more communication systems, more drones, more training. And in the latest phase, we purchased a training center in which I currently am. And we are planning to make this multi-purpose training center for example, village preparedness, drones, and other defense and civil handy skills training center. And this is located in rural area, and will also work as a resilience center in the same way as Karl Tammiste in Estonia. And we can go to the next slide. There's some few pictures making up our project, the KX1 labeled. There's the command center vehicle and communication systems, and our drones. And for example, when we come to comprehensive security, it's train in this peacetime if we are looking in the normal picture, another type of picture provide aggregate of this time, but we are so search for different kind of from the forest or field.
Oliver, sorry to interrupt you, but just at this last slide, your sound was breaking up a little bit. But we can try to continue, or maybe you just turn your camera off and help the internet get your words across.
I'll try to turn the camera. Should it now be clear?
It's a bit better.
Okay, great. So yeah, here's just a few pictures of our projects, and in the down right corner is the training sensor, which will work as a resilience sensor should the times come. And I'm not sure if you heard, but in the upper sensor image was the pair of pictures. In the left one, there's normal picture of a field, and in the right one, there's different type of picture of the same field. So during peacetime, we can make aerial surveys, and should the times be a bit worse, we can search for different paths or tracks from the fields with the same technique. So once again, the term comprehensive security comes to play in this context. And we can go to the next slide. So currently, this is all voluntary work. We don't pay anyone anything because the funding is budgeted, so there's no budget for salaries, of course. But we have some plans to make this commercial and keep this project alive and expanding. But yes, challenge is running expenses because the only money we have is funding and donations, and they don't make up that much to cover the running expenses. But let's see how we'll end up. But yes, and about this is the second. About the other connections we also have, I'd like to mention that we've included many different entities and associations which I didn't mention here. For example, radio amateurs are our big partners, and for example, they can make radio station here, and during dark times, the radio station can work as a relay station, and also for the local villagers to receive information from outside world should every other communication method, mobile networks, go down. So this is our working principle and idea of working with multiple entities, and by that having the comprehensive security and securing rural areas of Finland. And next slide. But yeah, thank you from my part, and should you have any questions, you can ask, and I strongly recommend that if you have any specific type of questions, please do send me email. Thank you.